The U.S. Department of Justice is facing renewed scrutiny after admitting it was forced to remove several thousand documents from its newly released Jeffrey Epstein files, documents that accidentally revealed identifying information about victims. What was meant to be a major step toward transparency quickly turned into a serious misstep with potentially devastating consequences. The documents were part of a large public release tied to the government's ongoing effort to make Epstein-related records accessible. These files included court records, emails, and other materials connected to the disgraced financier and his network. However, shortly after the release, attorneys representing Epstein's victims raised alarms, claiming sensitive personal information had not been properly redacted. According to the Justice Department, the issue affected thousands of documents that either directly identified victims or contained details that could lead to their identification. As a result, officials moved swiftly to pull the materials from public access, stating that the removals were necessary to prevent further harm while the files undergo additional review. In communications to the court, DOJ officials acknowledged that the exposure was the result of human or technical errors during the redaction process. They emphasized that the department is now re-examining its procedures to ensure that victim identities are protected moving forward. The DOJ also said that any documents flagged by victims or their legal teams are being taken down immediately, corrected, and reviewed before potentially being reposted. The fallout has been significant. Some victims reportedly experienced harassment and threats after their identities were briefly made public, underscoring just how sensitive and dangerous these disclosures can be. Advocacy groups and legal representatives have stressed that survivors should not bear the cost of government mistakes, particularly in a case as traumatic and high-profile as Epstein's. In response to the controversy, a federal judge overseeing related proceedings took action to reinforce protections. A scheduled hearing was canceled after attorneys reached an agreement designed to prevent further accidental disclosures. The agreement places stricter safeguards around how future documents are reviewed and released, aiming to strike a balance between public transparency and survivor privacy. While the DOJ insists it is committed to correcting the errors, critics argue the incident highlights deeper problems with how massive document releases are handled. They say the situation exposes flaws in oversight and raises concerns about whether agencies are adequately prepared to manage highly sensitive information at this scale. The Epstein case remains one of the most complex and emotionally charged legal sagas in recent history. For many survivors, the promise of accountability and transparency has been overshadowed by fear and frustration. As the Justice Department works to repair the damage, the episode serves as a sobering reminder. Transparency must never come at the expense of the very people the justice system is meant to protect.